Today I'm going to show you my quick and easy method of changing out the power steering fluid. Now we won't do a complete change out, but I'll show you what I do to get a lot of that old fluid out, put new fresh fluid in, and keep these things going. Now before you get started, make sure you have some genuine Honda power steering fluid for this job. I keep cases of this stuff on hand. Don't put anything except for the genuine article in your Honda. You're going to have trouble. Eventually the seals and stuff will probably start leaking and you'll wonder why you have issues, and it's all because you use the wrong fluid. So I can't recommend it enough. If you want to keep your Honda power steering going, just use this fluid. It's cheap enough. It's not like it's going to cost you an arm and a leg. Alright, to get started, first I just got a little paper towel there. Pop the cap off. That's your power steering fluid reservoir if you didn't know. Put another little paper towel there, maybe catch anything that might drip. And then I use just an old jug. You can see I got it marked used power steering fluid. I'll just kind of set it right there. Usually won't go anywhere. And I'm going to use one of these just to pump the old fluid out real quick. Now you can use like a turkey baster or something, but I found these little pumps just work awesome, and I only use this one just for power steering fluid. There's what the new one looks like, just like that, by Plews, model 55-001, in case you guys want to get them. I keep them in stock just because I go through them, but they work awesome. They're only a few dollars, I think $6 or $7. And so what I'll do is just put this end right in the power steering and put this in here and just pump. You can see it's empty. Just like that. That's how fast it is. Then I'll just set that right in there. And we'll get some new power steering fluid and put it in there. We'll just fill it up to the full mark, or the max. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on the car and turn the steering wheel lock to lock, and then we're going to do this 2 more times for a total of 3. Alright, now I'm going to do it 2 more times. Just like that, it's empty. More power steering fluid. And of course we'll do the same thing, turn it lock to lock. And last time. You can see how easy it is with this little pump. Makes quick work of it. And I'll end up, I had a little bit left over of one bottle, but I'll end up using probably about 1.5 of these bottles. So if you can do what I just did, you probably need at least 2, maybe even 3, depending on how many times you do it. And just get it right up to the max level right there. And there you can see it's all done. You could turn it lock to lock one more time if you want, but it'll mix once you turn the vehicle on and start driving it the next time. Just keep an eye on the level if you do this. It could drop a little bit depending on how much fluid you got out. If you got any air in the system, it'll work its way back out, and you may have to top it off again. So just keep an eye on that. This procedure right here works on the same principle as doing your transmission fluid, where you can't get all the fluid out of your transmission fluid, so you drain it and fill it at regular intervals, and you always keep fresh fluid in there. You're doing the same thing with this procedure. Take some out, put some new stuff in. Even though you're not getting the fluid out of all the system, you're replacing enough of that fluid where it's nice and fresh. And if you do this at regular intervals, your power steering will be just fine. I mean, you can disconnect the return line there and shoot it into a bucket with the engine running, and run the whole system out of fluid and then fill it up again. You're going to put a lot of air in the system, and you take a chance on ruining your rack, running it dry with the seals, and but especially running your pump dry. I'm not a fan of that, and that's why I don't do it. So I do exactly the way I showed you right there. It's quick and simple, and it's easy maintenance item on your Honda. In most cases, Honda doesn't even have a recommended service interval for these things. So either you can do one time, every time you change your oil, drain it, fill it back up, you're done. Or you do 3 times like I did every 15,000, maybe 30,000 miles. Probably 30,000 you'd be just fine. And that's how easy it is. So, hey, this video helped you out. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.